Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Roman.
I'm Rose.
And here's another medley.
Elon Musk doing
SpaceX.
Awesome stuff.
Yes.
I don't care how much money you have. If you don't have, I'm going to Mars in style money. You don't have cash.
It's almost, time's almost here that we're going to be going to Mars.
Oh my God, in style. Just tell them what it is. Tell them what we saw.
This past Tuesday, SpaceX launched their Heavy Falcon rocket.
Links in description.
Yes, so this was a test flight for the Heavy Falcon rocket.
This is the rocket they're going to use to get people to Mars.
That's the plan. So they're doing tests, and this it was the most powerful operational rocket in the world.
Yes.
And it has 27 engines, and it generates 5 million pounds of thrust.
Oh,
it was huge. So they
it was a liquid engine.
Yes.
Right. They had to burn the fuel up first so that it would liquidate and then go poof, poof, poof. Explosions to the air. It was so cool.
Exactly.
Watch the video. It's about 30 minutes long, a little bit over.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's totally worth it. There's an awesome surprise, which we'll spoil for you now.
Well, yeah, so they did this as a test flight, and they live streamed it for those of you who didn't watch the video. Like Rode said, you can watch it. Go to spacex.com. You can watch the video of the live stream.
There's one guy in there who I just want to hear do every baseball announcement ever.
Yeah,
so
he was
Cracker Jacks and a foot long. The guy's got that voice.
It was like he was so excited, but
you felt it though. He was controlled. He was like very professional. Like you could tell, like this guy trained for years for NASA to like, keep your emotions in control. And he's like having, because there's a part he's like everything he's announcing. This is going to be this flight. It's today, and this is from SpaceX because he'd been training for years to say NASA.
Yeah,
but hey,
probably.
You know what? We're expanding. I would love to see other companies doing this. Let's all go to Mars all at once. It shouldn't just be like one country, one company. It should be everybody all at once. It should be like a via bus to Mars, man.
Well, I mean, Elon Musk had said that he wants there to be another space race just so there can be like these competition and this, effort to put in to go into space, And like we said, this was just a test flight, so eventually they want to send people to Mars.
Just to make sure the rocket functioned properly, reliably, and within what they expected. Like, they give it a little bit of room for, like, all right, this might take a little longer, we might need a little more thrust on this. They were calculating stuff. But after it had launched in about, still inner space, not outer space, still in inner space.
Pretty much outer space.
No, outer space, there's actually like a far away enough from the atmosphere where it's still inner space.
So there's inner space?
There is an inner space.
Outer space.
And then there's outer space.
I thought Inner Space was the movie with Dennis Quaid.
It is also that.
That's a good movie. Watch that.
Not funny. But no, for real. There's a little bit above the atmosphere. You're still considered inner space. You can think of that as sort of the re-entry point where burning up's not as bad. You'll still catch fire, but when things fall down from the sky, they don't usually explode at that point. I'm sure people... Feel free to correct me, by the way. Just feel free to correct me. That's what I'm saying. If you're in outer space and you drop something down, it's just going to go straight down. But if you're in outer space and drop something down, it's going to catch on fire and explode and be awesome. But while they were launching and like parts of the boosters were coming back down because they're reusable rockets.
That's the one thing SpaceX is investing in.
It looked like those old sci-fi movies whenever they have like one of those cartoon rockets that they land with the rocket parts coming down. And I always thought that's the most unrealistic part about this movie, not the guy in the styrofoam suit. Rockets don't land like that; they explode. I was wrong.
It's like a Marvin the Martian cartoon.
It is exactly.
So there was three rockets attached to it that launched it, and then they detached, came back, and landed. There was two landing pads.
One's on the land, and another was a drone-controlled ship.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right?
You hear that?
Yeah,
out in the ocean.
And see,
out in the ocean.
Because I guess whenever they split off, they kind of get a good distance, and also too, it's just good to know that like you can land on a stable area. You can land on like think about it this way: you could ship that platform to pretty much everywhere on the coast. So if they need to like drop, that could be the service in the future. That's going to be the future Uber, catching the rockets that land. Freaking drone trip. It's a drone ship.
That is cool. So the payload for this rocket was a surprise.
Super cool.
It was Elon Musk's own Tesla Roadster.
Convertible, man.
With spaceman suit buckled in the driver's seat while they blasted out Bowie's Starman. So basically they're sending this
in his Tesla. He's like the driver, and it looks so cool. On a big screen in the middle, it said "Don't Panic," which, if you're familiar with a little bit of science fiction, there's a book series called Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And a big part of it is whenever this guy gets ready to go to the galaxy, like explore space, and he's like just a regular guy, that there's this book that helps. It's like a sort of a traveler's guide of all the spacey things. Exactly. It's a hitchhiker. Well, that's what this thing is.
To the galaxy.
It's the British version of... was it a traveler is a hitchhiker, and on the back in big friendly letters it says "Don't panic." It's awesome.
So they send this car out in space. It's going towards Mars, and there was a live feed. I'm not sure if I read that the feed went black. But
clearly
you could watch all these videos.
You know why?
It's insane that
because
we could watch
Hitchhiker's Guide. I'm telling you, man, the UFO was just like, these guys are so cool. They need a ride. Let's give it to them. It's like they're cool enough to get a car in outer space, but they don't know how to get it home. Also too, image reminiscent of animated movie Heavy Metal. There's a scene where a guy, and it's a different song. I think it's something by Judas Priest maybe, that's playing while he rides out in a Cadillac.
Heavy Metal, would they?
They might. David Bowie's pretty cool, but not awesome. Rock, not this song. But they're playing a heavy metal song, and an astronaut in full astronaut gear gets in a convertible. I don't remember, Corvette, or it looks awesome, and he's like driving around space, and I think the one of the lyrics is heavy metal. It actually is, but it's just so awesome. You're caught up in how awesome it is, and it's like we just remade it. Art became life. Oh, beautiful thing, man.
So I mean, cool. The future is here, man. We're gonna be able to travel.
The future is here, and it is rad. I love it. I almost am mad at every other billionaire for not doing this first. And think of it, like I said, man, he did it with style. He didn't you could put a ship there, you could put like a satellite, and all those things are good. There's I think they said there was going to be other tests and things that they had. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to do. But for sure, this guy, that's just a good way to tell every other billionaire, whenever they're talking about, my team's doing really good right now. He's like, your team? I just said,
my Tesla is orbiting
the Earth. It's like, look up at space. You want to see my ride? Oh, man. The kids in like a few hundred years are going to be like trying to catch up to it, get in, and take selfies with Spaceman. It's going to be awesome. That is going to be like the, what is it? Like the Plymouth Rock of outer space. People are going to track it down and go, like the Statue of Liberty, just something amazing of saying, we was here.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I heard...
Until it crashes into Mars.
I heard that, I mean, the car should, if it stays in orbit, if it stays out in space, like it'll be there forever.
Eternity,
basically.
Yeah.
But do you know how much this whole heavy, Falcon Heavy rocket...
Awesome name.
Yeah. How this whole project, just the research to get it, build this rocket... cost $500 million.
That's not a lot for getting something awesome into space.
It's a lot of money
for me,
but compared to where the advances, in the next few years and stuff,
that's an awesome investment.
That is a great investment.
$500 million. Let's just say that's $500 million. That is a lot of money, and that's like 3 weeks profits for like Tesla Motors. Freaking awesome. That guy is like he's investing in the right spots, man. Investing. Think about it.
Well, I know.
It's money.
Didn't like Disney a couple years ago make like $6 billion in just with the movies that they?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They just I would not be surprised to see Disney putting movies out there. I mean, I think that's where they're going to start filming space movies in outer space.
Yes.
We're going to have. Wasn't there somebody who was already talking about that?
Star Wars Episode 9. Colin Trevorrow, the original director, wanted to shoot plates in space with just background.
He's just like,
but
they're not eating off real space plates unless these plates have been to space. That's not what he meant, right? Like a giant screen. A screen.
Huh?
Like a giant screen picture of outer space? Like they're going to shoot something?
like footage of space, and then you use that, and you add the ships flying
Not like they got their dinnerware and sent it up. Authenticity. Not like that.
Not like that.
Oh, see, now whenever I cut in on your jokes, right? But no, that's just so cool, man. And I was saying, we're going to start off with filming space movies in space. Then we're going to get to Mars. And here on Earth, whenever you want to shoot a space movie or something set on Mars, you go to the desert in Hollywood. You shoot around because it looks sort of spacey.
Monument Valley.
Yeah. And just think in a few years, they're going to be on Mars, shooting in a Martian part of the desert to look like a Western. It'll be like on old Earth when they had like guns and buffalo that hurted the ground. Does that make it look old Western-y?
Now, this is the insane part that I'm thinking. My grandkids, if I ever have grandkids, there's a high possibility.
There's always time for you to have grandkids.
Yes. They'll be alive at a time where we have all like this weird space stuff.
Totally normal to them.
I mean, that kind of blows my mind that within my lifespan, within my child's lifespan, this stuff is gonna happen. Like, you know, when she's older, when she's my age, my daughter's my age, like she'll be like, oh yeah,
your driver's license is gonna say your state and planet.
And planet.
Yeah, it's like, you know, Earth's Confederation of Mars. It's so cool.
It's exciting. So,
thanks. Hey, let us know what you guys think. Joe, I think this was awesome. Please check out the vid and tell us your personal thoughts on it. You think it's a waste? You think it's amazing? You think it's super amazing? We should have been doing this forever ago.
I think that in a few years we'll be recording this podcast on Mars.
I hope. Hopefully it's not our. Well, it'll probably be our clones. It'll be like something like duplicated, carbon copies of us. You know, like, I feel like we've had this conversation before. Maybe our platelets did. Our originals, you think?
You know what?
It's like, no, those guys, I read about those guys. They were lame, except for that one dude who was me. He was great.
So this is the Roman Rodez Podcast, or Roman Rodez YouTube channel, Earth Edition. Then we'll have the Roman Rodez Mars Edition.
Yeah, we're going to have the Lunar Edition. And it's like, you could not listen to us on all those planets.
Exactly.
And it's like, we have 3 viewers on our channel, combined planets, interstellar. Hey. That's an improvement, though.
That is an improvement.